Hello guys, welcome back to VS Tech. Today in this video, we will see about participant palette function and process palette function. Okay, let's see about participant palette function first. And go to our demo integration flow. Click on edit. Click on let's delete. And this is the participant palette function. In the participant palette function, we have two types, sender and receiver. Sender is used to send the data to integration process, and from end message to receiver we use receiver as a to send the data which who consumes the data. From sender we send the data by adapters. These are the adapters, and we will select now for example HTTPS, and from end we'll send data like this. We can take for example mail, and this is the use of sender and receiver palette function. And we can define name also, whether you want it is coming from HTTPS, so we can define also HTTPS, for example postman API. Like this also we can define, and we will get the name here. And we can define receiver also as a mail. And this is about the participant palette function. And let's see about process palette function. I will remove them. I will explain the adapters in next video, in upcoming videos. In process palette function, we have exception subprocess, integration process, local integration process. We use exception subprocess to handle errors. Whether we have any error in the integration process, we use exception subprocess to alert through mail to the user or to notify the user, hey, the system occur error, the process occur error. Like this we will notify by email to the user. And the next one, integration process. Integration process, this is the integration process. This is the main orchestration flow in an iFlow. In this we used to call a custom iFlow. We define a transformation, modification, routing, mapping, all we define in this integration process. This starts with start event and ends with end event. We'll connect through adapters to receiver, and we'll get data from sender to start message by adapters. We can call it as adapter or a connector also. And this is about the integration process. And integration process, okay, first I will explain overall. And next we have local integration process. This local integration process was used to reusable the process. Like you have one logic and you want to apply that logic at 3 times. One here, one here, one here. And you can easily simply define that local integration process. And you can simply define the logic in local integration process and apply that local integration process by using process call function. This process call function. This was in call function also, local call, process call. And you have to apply this box has to be here. For that, you have to drag this select process call and drag this in processing select local integration process. Then this box will apply here. Then you will get the same logic. And you can call it here by using another process call with the same local integration process one also. Like this. We can call the same logic multiple times in the main orchestration iFlow integration process. This is the use of local integration process. And we have another exception subprocess which is used for exception handling. We have to draw this here. And this will start with error start event and ends with end message. For here we can define a content modifier to define the body. I will define a body as error occurred in the integration process. You can write mail also. Hi team. Thanks and regards. SAP integration. Zoom out. And we can receive connect this end message to mail adapter and we will get the mail notification when the error occurs. Sometimes we will run the integration flow by putting the start timer and it will run every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. So that by using exception subprocess, we will get notified and we will use to what the error and what the error and we will correct it. For that we use the exception subprocess. And we can, and this is the guys, we can define multiple receivers also. We used one receiver here, one receiver here. We can add and this also we can send it to mail whether you want or we can connect to success factors also to offset the data. And this is the palette function, receiver and sender. And this is the integration process, the main orchestration iFlow. And this is the exceptions of process for the integration process. Any error occurs, this will handle the error to notify the user the error occurred, like that. And this is the local integration process, which we can simply use a logic multiple times in the integration process. And for example, this is the example one. Take sender as a system A, which one is a Germany language, and take system B, receiver system B as a English person. This German one was telling maybe hello, okay, hola, hello, which was hello. He was telling hola, and he has to be converted into hello. Then only the both will understand. For that, the hola data was coming to start message, and here we will do the transformation. Then we will send the end message after converting hola to hello, and then we will send from end to the system B. Then he will understand, okay, hello. Like that, the simple example of the sender to system receiver. Simply, this is the middleware technology integrating between two systems, whether it can be SAP or non-SAP, and it can be cloud and non on-premise also. And this is the guys. In the upcoming video, I will explain about events, all these events. Okay, guys.